Yeah. It's a lovely day. Lawrenceville, GA. Just pulling up off the shift, man. Put another one in. It's all good. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel. Let's do that again. Yeah, man. Let's put another shift in here. Just getting out of here for the day. You know, always putting in the work. A lot of people want to thank everybody for tuning into the channel, man. You know, we kind of trying to let everybody know about this travel stuff, man, that we got going on here. Now, travel teching is the way to be, the way to get your experience up, as you always hear me say. A lot of people's coming to the channel and commenting. I want to thank you for tuning in. You know, I didn't think that I would be reaching so many people with what I was saying with my own experience, but I knew that this was something that I wanted to be able to share with other people so they could have a similar experience, or have their own experience rather, and do something for themselves. You know, a funny story is, I remember when it was time for me to go to x-ray school, I actually had no desire to go. It's kind of interesting. Didn't even want to go to x-ray school at first. Quiet, and nobody really knows that about me. I ended up going, man, and one of the best decisions of my life. And then on top of after that, one of the next best decisions of my life was to go ahead and decide to go travel. And so that was really cool. So I just want to share my experience with everybody, man, and say that thank you for tuning in. And I hope I'm saying something to you that makes sense and is able to give you the insight that you need and give you the confidence that you need to pick up yourself and say, yo, you know what? If he could do it, I could do it. Just like so many others, you know, and, you know, let it be something that could do something for you, really, first and foremost. And share your experiences with not only just me, but with other techs and other people in healthcare industry that want to know what it's like, that want to get just that little bit of insight. That's just like, man, you know, if I only knew somebody that was doing that, or man, you know, there's a whole community of people that's out here talking about it, because we are. You know what I mean? Because we are. You know, those nurses will tell you, though. The nurses will tell you, listen here, they're traveling, they're going to have their fun. And they're going to do what they do and accomplish their goals, whatever they got to do. If they're going to take a heavy patient load, they want to get paid for it, trust me. And it's beyond that. It ain't just about the getting paid. As I always tell people before, it ain't always about that. There's a lot of experiences out there. But what I wanted to put on this blog was, man, listen, a lot of people was asking me, like, what companies you travel with? What? And to that, I'll say, you know, at the time when I was actively traveling, because I'm not right now, but when I was actively traveling, there were a few companies that I would work with or try to get leads on, but there was actually only really one company that I was really working with. I would get a lot of phone calls from a lot of other travel companies, though, who were recruiting me as well. And, you know, I listened to them. The thing about it was I was always trying to keep my network open, keep my ears open. I'm open and I was available to anybody or any company that was coming with an opportunity or a place or a contract that I was highly interested in, that would not only be lucrative, but would make sense. You understand? Because when it really comes down to it, it comes down to the numbers, man. And I wrote a little article about it, and I put it on LinkedIn some time back. And I'll put a little link into the description box about that. Kind of how I broke down the travel contract a little bit. Makes sense to you, you know what I mean? Let me know, make a comment on there on LinkedIn too. Like I said, I'll put a link to that article below. But if the contract made sense to me, then I will go ahead and consider that company for that contract and get started up with them. I was signed up with a few. It wasn't just one. And I decided to stay with the travel company that I was with because we were doing good business. They made it easy for me. I made it easy for them. We had a great relationship and we just kept it going. And I think I traveled with them for about 3-4 years. And I just kept rolling with them. They knew how I worked. They knew what I wanted to do. They knew where I wanted to go. They knew the numbers I was looking at. And they're like, all right, we got this contract for you. What do you think about this? What do you think about that place? It was either a yes or a no. Yeah? That's it. They work for you and you work for them. It's a very symbiotic relationship when you're working with travel companies. They want you to like where you're going. Okay? They want you to take that contract. So they're going to make a pretty good deal, or the best deal that they could present to you. They want you to be available. You should be available, right? You're a travel tech. If you say you are. If you're out here, you can't just be picking and choosing everywhere all the time. But you have your places that you would like to go, and you let them know that, hey, listen, these are my preferences. This is where I would like to go. How close to it can you get me? Or where else you get me? And they'll let you know. That's why I always tell you, be proactive about the licenses that you get. So that way you can kind of guide fate, and get it that way. I say that to say I won't really tell you all what companies I was really traveling with. Right now, I want to work out some things with those travel companies because, there's always a referral bonus. So I want to make sure that you guys are, letting them know that I'm the one sending you over there so we can get that travel bonus, that referral bonus and stuff like that going on too. Hopefully I get a referral link from a few of them. That's what I'm working on right now. Get a referral link from a few of these companies to say that, hey, I called you guys because Ndehru sent me. You know what I mean? Working at this new spot here. They working on the parking deck. So that's all the noise that you hear in the background back there. But yeah, it's a beautiful day once again. You know that feeling. You know that just got off the shift feeling. You know it. You see the smiling face. That's how it is all the time, man. It's different. It's different. When you come off the road, when you finished up, when you tied up all the loose ends and you said, hey, listen, I hit that mark. I hit that goal. I think it's time to pack it up, maybe. Move on. Don't be afraid to let go. Move on. Whatever you got going on. Sometimes it's time to move on from it too. Can't just keep traveling and running the road forever. Sometimes you got to come in, plan it out so that you come in for a soft landing. You know what I mean? And you don't get jolted off of your travel assignments or jolted out of traveling. Don't think it can't happen to you. People get fired from a travel assignment, okay? You can get canned. Don't get it twisted, okay? Has it happened to me before? Not really like a canned, but they'll cancel your contract. They don't necessarily need you there any longer or whatever, They've got some other techs that they've had, or they were there hiring for full-time, and once they got the full-timer that they wanted, they could kind of cut your contract short. And of course, there are little, things, details about that in the contract, depending on who canceled the contract early. If you leave a contract early, they could hold you responsible, financially and stuff like that. But if they cancel your contract early, then, there may be some monetary recompense for that as well. So, sometimes it happens like that. Like I said, one time I left the whole contract in California because it was a forest fire, man, and I had to go. Am I wrong for that? It was dangerous. You know what I mean? I had to go. I had to get out of there. So, fortunately, after the travel company that I was with obviously reviewed everything, they realized that obviously I made the best decision and I shouldn't be held. That shouldn't have been held as a strike against me that I left that contract early. That's just how that went. But yeah. So stay tuned because I'll get into some of the travel companies that I preferred, that I worked with, and to say that it was necessarily the travel companies itself. It really wasn't the company itself. It wasn't about the companies. It was about the people at those companies that I enjoyed working with, that I enjoyed talking to, that I enjoyed helping, that helped me understand the contracts, that helped me understand the benefits of being at certain hospitals and certain places, the conversations that I've had. Sometimes I've had whole conversations with some of the account managers and recruiters at some of these travel companies that had absolutely nothing to do with travel. They would call me and hit me up and be like, hey, Ndehru, how you doing, man? I haven't spoken to you in a couple weeks. How's the new assignment going? Yeah. You making it out all right over there? You good? Cool. How was it at that hospital? Tell us about it. You know? And they would let me talk about my family back home, or if I missed home, or, stuff like that. Not that they trying to hold your hand through it, but just the sheer human element. Does the travel company that you're working with have a human element? Or are they just trying to just cattle you around, you know what I mean? Just because you're an available tech, they just want to just plug you in anywhere. I mean, some companies treat it like that. But is it the company or is it the people that treat it like that? You understand what I'm saying? Is it the company or is it the people that treat you that way? I've had account managers call me and I'll be like, listen, I don't particularly like the way you guys do business. Don't call me anymore. Don't contact me about whatever contracts that you have. Yeah, because I just don't like the way. I've been privy to a couple emails that people have sent erroneously that have CC'd me by accident, and then I read what they've said, you know what I mean, or were trying to say, or something that was kind of like, oh, you guys don't really care about where I want to go. You guys want me to go where you want me to go. So you're not listening to me. You know what I mean? They weren't listening to me. They just trying to make a buck. We all out here trying to make a buck. Who are you? That's where the ting is, man. That's a ting there. So, hey, I ain't gonna drag this out too long, but that's my response to what travel companies have you really been have you traveled with and stuff. I'll save that information for another vlog. I'll kind of give that to you because I want to give you some. I want to be able to give you guys some more insight into the people who I was working with that were there, and I want them to benefit from me telling you to go see them as well. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for some more, man. I told you I ain't leaving y'all alone in this thing. It's 2021, about to go into 2022 real strong, and even though I ain't on the road no more, I'm still here with you. It's your man Ndehru. Signing off, X-Ray Gang. Yeah, we out here.